Hello, beautiful people. I believe you are all well. You're good and you have not stopped keeping safe. Yes, is once again the clinic with Oluwatosin Oladimeji Ladipo. And as you all know that the clinic is a platform where we help the youth and young adults to maintain virtue while breaking limits. And it's a big honor to welcome you once again. Thank you for always coming online every Sunday to join our program that is very inspiring. That is what we've been getting from you. We are not cooking it up. You've been telling us that it's been very, very inspiring, informative, and educative. Thank you so much for all your feedbacks. We thank you so much. And for the network problem, we are really working on it. And thank you. I just want to say thank you to all of you for always giving us feedback on everything that we've been doing. Thank you. God bless you. Like you all know that we started a topic last week about female being sex objects. That is what we started last week, and we said it's something that is trending. And so a lot of people have been telling us that we should bring up on that. And that is what we started last week. Thank you to our guest that did a big honor to us. We just quickly called her from nowhere and she was able to turn up. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to Pastor Sarah Oluwashakin. Thank you so much wherever you are. Thank you for honoring us. Today we are still going to continue with that topic. Our female sex subjects, women, are they actually sex objects? Because that is what people have been saying, and it's not even the men that have been saying that. Even women, they feel that, oh, the only thing they have to put some money on their table, to put food on their table, or whatever they have, is just for them to know give your body to get what you want. And I said, me, I was angry because I'm a woman, and I don't believe that's the reason why God Himself has made me. So now that is why we still want to continue with that topic this evening. And please, wherever you are, I want you to help me to welcome our guest this evening, our beautiful guest. Her name is Buki Adiola, and I would like her to introduce herself more to us. Please, wherever you are, help me to welcome Mrs. Buki Adiola. Buki, you're welcome this evening. You're welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Very well. How are you, Toasting
Um,
Oladimeji Ladipo?
oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm very well too. Thank you so much. Thank you for honoring us, and thank you for having us. It's nice having you around this evening. Would you like to tell us more about yourself, who Buki is? We really love to know.
Yeah, thank you
You're
for having
welcome.
me. And thank you for the clinic. I know that you're someone that is passionate about the young, people, and you will go places. You would
Amen.
achieve that aim that you have discovered that
Amen.
God has created before. Okay, so my
Amen.
name is Buki Amina Adiola. I
Okay.
am a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. I work in my place of work. I've worked there for about 15 years now, 15, 16 years this year. And I'm a chief administrative officer with the National Examinations Council in Lagos State, Nigeria.
Okay.
I went to school, I had a BSc, I have an MSc, and I'm hoping to get a PhD too. Yeah,
In
so that's
view.
Buki. Yes,
Wow.
in view.
Right. It's nice having you around. In fact, these days I'm always happy having young parents, having them around
Mhm.
and they are doing so well. In fact, let me be sincere. One of the reasons why we've decided to bring you on board because of this norm that is happening. It's a very trendy thing that women, what they can do, what they think they can put on the table. The only thing they know is just, giving yourself to get what you want, giving your body. And you being a young woman who you are into business, you're a business person because I know that's about you, and you're well read, you do a lot of things. How come you did not decide that, oh, let me just sit down and fold my hands? Maybe my husband can keep doing everything, or probably I can just be giving my body out to get some money. So, what is your home view about that, Buki?
Oh, well, I was
Because
brought up by a mother.
okay, okay, we are listening.
Yeah, I was brought up by a mother that worked like a man. Okay, my mom would think about a project and bring it alive. My father told me after my mother died that my mother is so strong that he used to wonder how she does it. My mother was born in the 40s. So of course that was when in Nigeria women were not really, they were just sex objects, so to speak. But my mother built a school, built a hotel, built a factory. My father said, yes, my dad said when she told him about the school, he told her, you need to hold on, let's gather money, let's do this, let's do that. She didn't quarrel, she didn't argue. She started a little crèche in the garage of the house. And time when students started becoming plenty, she bought a piece of land. And eventually that school started in 1982 or about 82, 83. She started that school. And that school, right now, I run that school from here in Lagos. So being brought up by a mother like that, it wasn't an option. That I didn't even think that a woman should be viewed as something to be used for sex. Yeah, a girl is a human being that is created like any other girl, like any other child. And everywhere that a child can attain, a boy will attain, a girl child will attain that too. There was no seclusion, there wasn't any segregation. Everybody was on the same page. So I think basically it's the family. It starts from home. It starts from home. What are you telling the children at home? Mother. The mother is the one that teaches in the house. Most times the children are closer to her. So what are you teaching those children? Are you keeping the boy aside and saying you are the man of the house? Don't wash plates. You are the man of the house. Don't do chores. You are the man of the house. Or are you allowing them all? In my house, I have 2 children by the grace of God, David and Michelle. David washes plates on Monday, Michelle will wash plates on Tuesday. If David washes clothes on Monday, Michelle will wash clothes on Tuesday. It's everybody's duty to get the house chores done. So there's no chore that is for David, or that is for Michelle. If the boy cooks on Monday, the girl will cook. If he cooks in the morning, the girl will cook in the afternoon. It's just as simple as that.
So what you're trying to say now is they should be treated equally. They should not segregate out what they should be treated equally. What a man can do, a woman can do. What a woman can do, a man can do. So don't tell me that this is a woman thing or this is a man thing. So we should learn to treat them equally. That's a very good one. Thank you so much, Buki. We thank you so much for that answer. And we like that part. Sincerely, I love that part of mommy, that she was a strong woman, in fact. And that's the way, and that is exactly the way you are too. That's the way Buki is, sincerely. That's the way she is. So I don't believe that if she as a person, and I've seen a lot of women too like that, if they are not just sitting down to fold their hands at home, anytime I need money, I just feel I should sell my body to get whatever I want. If they're not doing that, so why not? Why do we think that women should be sex objects? It shouldn't be. Thank you so much for those answers. I really appreciate you. Now, our next question to you is, what can parents do in raising their children that can tend towards the children exhibiting sexual objectivity?
Yeah. So sexual, I'm sure we've since we had a guest last week, she must have, explained what sexual objectivity is. But I'll just read, a little of what I wrote down. Is the act of treating a person solely as an object of sexual desire. So objectification is just treating somebody as a commodity, or as an object, without regard to their personality or dignity. Okay. Now your question is, what roles do we play in making children grow up, and exhibit this sexual objectivity? Like I said, is what are we speaking? What are we saying? I would like to say, maybe it starts from society, but I'll come back home, because the society is made up of people at home. What is the mother saying? Children learn in 2 ways: what you speak and what you do. So what are you saying to the children? What are you saying? Are you again saying, no, this is for the girl to do? No, this is for the boy to do? No, this is for this, separating their duties and their roles? Or are you allowing them to grow together and be groomed together. So what are you doing? The father in the house, if the boy sees you, all you come to and say to his mother is, "Oh, madam, where is my food?" After that, "Can I wash my hands?" And then after that, "Let me see you in the room." Then the boy grows up and he feels that that's the way life is. And then he does the same thing to his wife because he has seen. So either, unknowingly, we teach them to exhibit this sexual objectification unknowingly because you are doing it. It's what you give that is going to come out of a child. The child didn't fall from the tree, didn't fall from heaven. And your culture, you are not born with it, you learn it. Culture is learned. So it's what the child sees that the child will learn, and that's what the child will exhibit.
Thank you so much, Buki. Thank you so much, Buki. Children learn in two ways: what we say and what we do. So it's what we do that the children will exhibit. So parents should learn to exhibit the right thing, so for the children to copy. Thank you so much. Now my next question to you is, because the reason why we actually brought up this topic, like we said, we've been hearing feedbacks from people. We get feedbacks from a lot of people, and some of the feedback we got was, people said it's a trending thing now. Young guys said they are afraid of the future. Why are they afraid of the future? Because the way women, especially the married ones, the way they are portraying things now, that they feel that without money, things cannot work. And they feel that the kind of demand they place on their husbands and the kind of traits that the younger girls are now portraying, that, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do all that. So what can they do as young people? Fine, they are doing their best as young guys. They're working, they are not being lazy, they are doing everything possible to make sure that things are going on well. And they use the case of this Moyo and Tunde for us, the popular trending news, that okay, that guy was even working in a bank. Look at that, the guy was doing everything. So what can they do to please these women? So now the question is, whose fault? Is it the society? Is it the individual? Is it family? Or is it the religious setup? Well, the religious setup is part of society. So who can we actually blame for all this manners that is happening? Do you understand? Because the younger guys said they are afraid of the future and they don't think they really want to go into marriage any longer due to what they are seeing. So who should we blame for all this? That's the question, Buki.
I would say, the individual. The society, of course, is actually to blame, but I'll come back to the individual and back home again.
Okay.
Because the society is comprised of all of us that have come from home.
Exactly.
So what have we learned from home? When I saw that story about Moyo and this man, I looked at it. I cannot even imagine that. That could never have come from me, because like I said, I was raised by a mother that was hardworking. I know that my purpose in life is to make sure that I can hold the family even if my husband is not on ground. So I'm not looking for what he's bringing. You rightly said, I'm a business woman. We run a haulage company. People see me and they'll say, oh, this woman, if I have gone to see the driver once, and when I got there, the security personnel that were there, they said, this small girl that is your madam, and that was at like 1 a.m. in the middle of the night. I had to go and sort something out. And I went out, to a place in Apapa in Lagos here around that time, because I was trained right. I was trained to know that I'm not, I ought to do. I don't wait. A woman should not wait for things to happen. So I want to encourage you guys. Please don't be afraid. There are still girls that are being raised in the right ways. And I want to also, endear you too. When you get married, how you raise those children. You are scared today. Okay, I hear you. Tomorrow you'll be married. how are you going to raise the children that are going to come from that union? Because that's where the problem is. Every day we sit back and we say, oh, the society has done this, the society has done that. But what have we done for society? What have we brought? What have we added? What have we brought, into society that will make society better? If more people are raised like me, I have people, even in my office, women that will say, oh, this money, I will hide it. This money, I'll use it to do this for myself. Or no, I can't, all manner of thinkings, psychology, I don't know. We need to learn right. Women are not sex objects. Neither are women supposed to sit back and wait for the husband to be providing everything. No, not so. I am a Christian. The Bible says when he created them, he created male and female alike. He said, be fruitful and multiply. He did not say to Adam, he didn't say to Eve separately. He spoke to both of them. Settle the earth, subdue. That means he gave everybody the power to make, the power to do. Everybody. So what are you doing with the power that has been given to you? And I want to again encourage the guys. Talk to that girl. You might be the change that she's looking for. Like I said, nobody is born with culture. We learn culture. We learn it. So we pick things at home. We pick things outside. If they come outside and they begin to say that, no, I have friends that in the past they felt that, oh, this should be done like this. But they told me after a while, because of you, because of your life, I realized that I can actually do this. I realized that I can actually bring this to the table. You always want to bring something to the table, please, young girls. I want to know that if today my husband decides that he wants to find another girl, he would think hard, because he will say, what I will lose, this one doesn't ask me, where is money for this? Where is money for that? Some people write all the money for this and this that they need. No. Very disgusting. What's wrong with your hand? What's wrong with your brain? You can think. I said I've done a BSc. I've done an MSc. While married, I decided I'm going to go back to school. I want to do my MSc. And I'm on the track for my PhD. I'm a little under 40. So you should know that I'm running, because I'm not going to stay in one place and wait for somebody to bring something. I want my name to be written among the great people in the world. And that's what every girl should aspire for. That's what every girl should aspire for. I hope I've answered that question.
You've really done too well. Buki, you've really done too well. There are a lot of take-homes from what you said. And that is my own opinion about it. Anyway, you should know it's my own opinion. I don't believe you should just sit down, fold your hands and do nothing. So when people ask you, the only thing you think you can put on the table is your sexual body. Is that the only thing you think? What can you do? And there is something I even want to put now to add to what you said. In case the man is no more, what will now happen? In case death, comes and the man is no more, would you fold your hands? Would the children suffer because their father is no more? What can you do to help your children to get to where they're supposed to get to in life? Like Bible says that wise woman builds their own home. So be wise in everything you do, not just fold your hands and feel that's the only thing I can do. So the extent that what you've been hearing, that women will even tell you, some women will tell you that without money, I will not give my husband sex, which shouldn't be. That means the reason why it's the truth. A lot of some of them do that, and that is what they do. Money for hand. And then, does that mean that woman is a prostitute? Because it's true. Does that mean that woman is a prostitute? That's your husband? Does that mean you're a prostitute? Thank you so much, Buki. Thank you so much. God bless you. Now our next question is, what can be done to stop this abnormality? What can actually be done? What do you think can be done?
What can be done? We'll have to start. It has to, sometimes the harm has been done already, and so generation has already taken it, but there's always remedy. Children are being born every day. When I discovered, I work in the educational sector. So when I saw that we brought back civic education as a subject to be studied in school, I was really happy. That will teach the child that is growing. For instance, my children are in secondary school. Now, when they were in primary school, that's when that course was being introduced. You know, you couldn't beat a red light without my children screaming, because they've been taught. My generation, we didn't know that we should, when we see red light, we should stop. Nobody told us that one. So, but after a while, they discovered that, oh, there's a lapse somewhere. So maybe we should go back and teach it in school from the foundational level. Let the girl know that she's born to excel, that she's born to do what the man has been called to do. If you watch the present vice president of America, the first female vice president, first female Black American, vice president, Kamala Harris, when she talked about her experience in life and just getting there, girls were interviewed. They were so excited. Just seeing her there, they knew that, oh, tomorrow I can also do this. Because in the past, of a truth, the girl child was seen as a sex object. But there's no denying that. And I think maybe that's where that notion has been and has come to stay for quite a while. But we're moving. The world is waking up. Girls are waking up. Women are waking up everywhere around the world. So let it be taught from the little girl in kindergarten. Let her know that she has the same chances that a boy has, and that she can do what that man can do anywhere. And another thing is, perhaps there should be laws, because as much as we want to teach it, there are some. My PhD hopefully is in gender studies, and I've discovered that it seems to me that somehow there are some men that really just want these women to remain as sexual objects, whether we want to accept it or not. So perhaps we want laws that, and I'm saying that because recently there was a law that was trying to be passed in Nigeria, to allow the woman, the female gender, to be free. And it was voted out. It was voted out by the men in the house. Does that mean that there's actually fun in having the girl child to continue to just lay low, so to speak? So maybe laws need to be put in place to allow the girl child move forward. To say no, a girl that is not up to 21 cannot be married. If she wants to get married by herself, and she truly wants to get married by herself, then she must be 21 and above. Then she can make that decision. Let laws be put in place. I think that would check this. That would really go a long way in helping this.
Law should be put in place. Law should be put in place. I love that too. But I'm just of the opinion that, because I believe, like my mother will say, and that is a norm that people have always said. So anyway, is the way you price yourself that people will buy you. Do you understand? Is the tag that you place on yourself that people will, that's the way they will see you. Do you understand? So I think it's even the fault of the women too. Not even the men. That's my own opinion about it. Not even the men. I think it's the women. Because how can you, a woman, married woman, be telling your husband that no money, no sex? Is that one not madness? Even if, let's even that your husband is not even doing well, probably is even someone who is not even up to the task, that is not performing his own responsibility in every way. But I feel that one is too much for me to say. That means I'm telling myself, I am telling and I'm telling people that the only thing I'm for at that point in time is that I'm just nothing but a sex object. That is what I'm telling that person. Because if the only way I can get money from my husband is like, okay, I must, for you to sleep, you must give me money. How do you see that? Do you understand it? So I believe that aside the law, even we women, we should learn to price ourselves well. When they ask us things, we should not see it as if the only thing we have to put on the table is nothing but sex. I've heard story, not that I've heard, I've even seen married people will take their children going to a boyfriend's house, to their man's friend's house, married women in quotes. Do you understand? If you want to do, nobody is stopping you, do, but not even covering it up. If you want to cover it up, then you know that means you yourself know that what you're actually doing is wrong. So if you know it's wrong, so why are you doing it? So everywhere now, everywhere in every looks and crannies of the whole world is like women are making themselves, portraying themselves, telling people that what we have for now is nothing but sex. So what can you say to that? And thank you because of what you said. You are a young lady, a little lower than 40, you're not up to 40, you are married, you have children, you are hardworking, you are whatever they call it, a businesswoman. In fact, the kind of business you are even doing is the kind that men are into. Do you understand? You are not just sitting down. And I know your husband is, if your husband asks you to stay at home today, it's because he can bankroll it. But yet you still made up your mind that no, I just have to like push up, I have to do something. That is why I'm saying women are not supposed to just sit down and fold their, that's why maybe me, that's why I'm passionate about it. Because I'm a woman and I don't sit down and just like beg people for money. If I did not prostitute my body to, and thank God people know me anyway, if I did not prostitute myself to get money, so why will women be telling me that? I think it's still more on the women than the men. That's what I feel. I don't know your own opinion about it, Bookie. Really.
Yes, I agree with that. However, I am, my background is from the north. So every time I speak, I'll still look at the northern girl. And that's why I say there has to be laws. Because there are girls that right over there that don't have the opportunity that we have here in the West. Which is why
That's
I'm
true.
saying that, yes, they need to, because there it doesn't matter whether you want to think that you're a girl child, the man will tell you, or you want to think that, oh, this is my value or this is my worth. If your father looks at you and tells you that you have been born for so reason to marry so person, that's your own aim in life. I don't know how that girl wants to come out and break free. If your mother looks at you and tells you that it is for the purpose to be married on your naming ceremony, we already betrothed you to this person. How is that
Mm,
girl actually going to make any headway in
mm,
life? That's why I say there must be laws, because it's not all the parts of the country, that are on the same level. But like you said, again, there are the women back here in the West that have that opportunity, that the ground has been tilled for them to walk, and they have decided that no, unless I sell my body. We saw a woman during the lockdown, when there were, when they locked down Nigeria during the coronavirus pandemic, like in May, from March or so last year. The only thing the woman could say on the internet is that I need somebody that will sell my body to, so that I can get money, so that I can feed my children.
wow.
Yes, it was all over the internet. And I think some people rallied round and she got help, from here and there, just to tell her that no, that's the wrong thing to be requesting. Now, if that mother is there thinking why didn't she say, is there any work I can do around that will help me, to be able to get this job, to be able to get money to put on the table? Why is she thinking about sex? It's because it's the norm. It's what the society has accepted over time. And we must change that. We must change that. It's unacceptable. I can't even think about it. How on earth can a girl look at herself, you that has been wonderfully and fearfully made, and imagine that you need a man's approval, you need a man to
Mm,
make, to give you worth. You have self-worth already. We must tell our girl child at home. I look at my daughter, I tell her, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are powerful. Everywhere that David enters, you will enter. I tell the boy the same thing. But if I tell him once, I tell her twice. Because the society would want to tell her outside that no, you can't go here. Even I know, as women, definitely there are all these gender issues that we face in the office. I have people in my office, for instance, that I'm their boss, but they're men, and they find it hard to accept it. I smile, you know, when that happens, when your subordinate comes into the office and you're supposed to say good morning, ma, and he just says, how now? And I'll say, oh, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? When it's time for work, I'll assign work and you will do your work. I know that girls, you are being challenged out there. Yes, but we must keep fighting. If we don't fight, we're not going to break through. We have to keep fighting. We're here today because women fought for us. If you read through the books of history, recently a female judge died in America. I'm trying to bring her name, Susan something. You know, she was the woman that fought for women to be able to go to court. Women were not allowed in the court. They will say, no, it's the men, the white-collared, whatever, they are the ones that are learned. You know, so we have to keep fighting. The men are not going to fight for us. So if we are going to break out of this sexual objectification, we must fight for ourselves, women. We must keep fighting. And we won't stop talking. And we must keep encouraging. Every time I see a girl program, my husband will say, you are a feminist, you are a woman fighter. Yes, everywhere I am able to empower another girl, I will do that. Because it's when we empower that girl and the words that we speak. The Bible says faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. That's in the part of the Christianity. So, but in the world, what are you hearing? Michelle will grow up to be a strong girl by hearing what I'm speaking to her. And she will grow up to be weak by hearing what I'm speaking. If I keep speaking and I keep saying, oh, you're just a girl, don't worry, don't bother reading too much. After school, one boy will just come and marry you, and then your life will just be made. She will grow up and she will turn out to be a girl that is looking for a boy to make her life. But I grew up seeing my mother making all the difference. In fact, my father couldn't exist without my mother. That's the truth. She was so powerful. When she died, the crowd that was at the burial, the mammoth crowd that we could not even. We said, oh, for the wake keep, we'll prepare for maybe 500 people. We had over 1,500 people. So many people. People that I've never met. People that said, oh, from secondary school. She was head girl in her secondary school. She was she just kept. You have to be a trailblazer. Girl, I'm talking to you. Rise up. Rise up. The world is not going to wait for you. And the men are not going to wait for you. They know you're coming, you're taking territory, you're breaking ground. You must keep fighting. Don't agree that there's a job that a man can do. The job that I do by the side is a job that is meant for men. I said I had to go out 1 a.m. I woke up, I got into my clothes, I got into my car, locked the doors, and I drove straight. I said, anybody enter my front this midnight, I will jam you. And I got there and I got the job done. Yes, because you have to do it. If you don't do it, then the men keep looking and they keep saying, they keep having an excuse. And they keep saying, oh, the reason why she has to do that. I'm sure that banker woman, she must have felt, oh, if I want to get promotion, unless I open my body, or unless I sell my body. But there are girls in the bank that did not sell their body and they are promoted.
That's true.
We had a woman in First Bank, yes. What's her name? I saw you with her one time. This woman that came out, maybe she was very good. That's a woman. I just look at all those women and I tell myself, yes, I can get there. I can be a CEO. I can open my company. I can employ labor. I said I run my mother's school from Lagos. I'm sitting in Lagos. I'm running the school. I go to Kaduna once a while. That's an hour's flight from where I am in Nigeria here. Go maybe twice in a year. See that everything is going on. I have conference calls with teachers. I run the school. And I'm here. You can do it. You can do it. So don't let anybody pull you down. Don't let anybody make you feel that you are inferior to whoever. You are not. You are not. Same thing. Male and female, he created them alike. Alike.
So loaded, Buki. So loaded. Have learned so much from you tonight. Sometimes you've known some things, but when you keep hearing and hearing again, it comes out being refreshed once again.
Yes.
And that's exactly what has happened to me tonight. I really appreciate you, Buki. Women
Yeah.
are strong. They are powerful. What we are treating this
Powerful.
exactly, it's not all being that we are anti men. No, we are not anti men. We are just trying
No.
to correct some notion that women are not
Mm-hmm.
sex objects. So women, never see yourself that the only thing you have to put on the table is your sexual object. That is the only thing you feel you can. No, you are powerful. You have strength. You are
Mm-hmm.
empowered. You focus. You need to rise up to that task that God Himself has made you to be. You are supposed to be helpmates to your husband. You are supposed to be the one helping the men, not the other way around, because that's the way the Creator made it to be. He said, God
Mm-hmm.
created, and He said that women are helpmates. That means you are the help to your husband, not that you should be sitting down. The husband should bring everything, the man should be everything. I want to have a boyfriend. Why do you want to have a boyfriend? Because I want the boyfriend to be, paying all my bills. That's the way it is.
Imagine
That's it.
that.
I just want the guy to be paying all my bills. So what is wrong with your own hands?
Mm-hmm.
What is it I cannot do? Do you understand?
Hmm.
So that is, I'm sure the guys are happy this evening, trying to help them. But it's not that we are even trying, we are just saying nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Don't look for, though, I want to marry because I want a man who is wealthy, who is influential, who is this. Can't it be the other way
Mm-hmm.
around? Can't it be that you're
Yes,
the one
can't
that
you
can help?
control the house?
But that is been the notion that, oh, I'm the woman I want. If you ask people, what kind of man do you want? A man that is wealthy, his tall, is wealthy, a man that can take care of me. What is wrong with you? Can't take care of your own man too? Can't you?
Mm-hmm.
So much. Thank you so much, Buki. Sincerely, I appreciate everything. You are very,
Mm-hmm.
very down to earth. Very, very down to earth. Thank you. God bless you. And I think on a final note,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you like to give to people in general, the younger generation, the middle generation, we, people like us, and the older generation? What advice can you give to the society, to the church, to homes? What advice in general? Thank you.
Well, thank you again, Tosin, for having me. I'd just like to say, please give the girl a chance to thrive.
Hmm.
Society will actually be better, honestly. I've looked at the women president. When Corona started, we looked at the first 5 countries that were able to tackle it. 4 of them have women as their presidents. Netherlands, I don't know. They listed them out, but 4 were women. And that brought up the topic, you know, should the women take over?
Hmm.
There's something about the woman. She's a powerhouse. A man would
Hmm.
say, I want to go, I want to eat egg now, and I want to have my bath, and I want to fill this form. And you arrange them. Do one, do two, do three. 1 from 7 to 10, 2 from 10 to 12, and like that. A woman will have these same 3 tasks, and she will put them pari passu, and she will finish that task from 7 to 8. She has done all 3 because she's a multitasking powerhouse. Please give the girl a chance. And to the men in society, I want to say, we love you. We know you are rooting for us. And you too can be objects of sexual objectification. It can happen to men too. Some men too
That's
feel that
true.
they cannot even, they can't break out except they sell their body. We see
That's
it
true.
happening these days. Yes. So come out, man. Everybody, we are created for excellence.
Hmm.
God made everybody, whether that God is called Allah or Jah or Jehovah, whatever you call him, he is an excellent person. I'm sure that's who your God is. And so if he's
Exactly.
excellent, then he cannot give back. A lion does not give back to a cow. A lion does not
Mm.
give birth to a tiger. A lion will give birth to a lion. So if your God is excellent, he gave birth to excellence. So let that excellence show forth. Allow it show forth. Don't hold back. Don't limit yourself. There's so much potential inside you, girl, inside you, guy. There's potential. And to the older generation, allow us to spread our wings and fly. We don't want, we are enough of, this is the way our mothers used to do it. That's what our fathers used to do. Allow
Mm.
us to break ground. Sometimes some people want to move forward, but the older generation will not allow them. They'll be bringing back tradition. No, in our
Mm.
tradition, when the man comes, the woman should be seated there. In the northern tradition, for instance, when a man enters the house, his wife, even if it's the son, if David, for instance, enters into the parlor now as we're talking, I will quickly run to the room and go and sit in the room. I don't sit in the parlor when a man is in the room, is in the parlor, is in the kitchen room. I go to the bedroom to sit. You know, enough of those traditions. We're not going to be ruled by them anymore. The world is moving. We are moving. We must move. We're not going to sit back and wait. So, to the older generation, please, we need to move. Open your eyes, see what's going on in the world. The world is moving. They're not waiting for us. We must move. And we're going to move. And if you stand in the way, we have to move you aside so that we can move.
That's
Yes.
true. That's
And to the
true. No,
younger models that are coming, the little ones, oh, the land is green. It's green, and you know, it's fertile ground for you. Just step into it. You know, when I look at those my children, I can see they are coming. They are coming to break territory, break grounds. Those ones, you know, you can't even tell them. It's not what you are doing here. You're saying no. It's not like this. My daughter, for instance, you can say all you want. She has what she's going to do. She has her mind made up. She's going to do it this way and this way and this way. And as long as it's not sin, as long as she has not disobeyed you, she's going to do it. So we better get we better get them on track because they will move. And if we don't move, they will move us again. Thank you.
thank you so much, Buki. I'm so much engrossed. You can see that I'm just listening patiently. If we don't move, the younger generation will move us. That's is deep. It's really deep. It shows that you have to be on your toes. No sitting down, not laying back. Think of what you can do. Be proactive. Be proactive. Think fast. Use your brain. Use your hand. Use everything. Think fast. If you don't, because they're so restless. And me, I tell people, of course, I know me, even me, so I'm very restless. At my age, I'm still very, very restless. And if I'm restless, and imagine younger generations, how they can be. My son is highly restless. My son that was telling me recently that, Mommy, this is where I was like, they asked them to make a cone in school. And by the time he made the cone, I wanted to put the cone on his head. He's a online schooling because everywhere is locked down. Wanted to put the cone on his head because he asked all of them to wear the hats, like a cone hat to school for the online schooling. By the time I wanted to put it on his head, you know what my son told me? My son said, Mommy, this is not a cone, this is a rocket. Because he knows that rocket is just, rocket has a shape of cone, something like that. Said, Mommy, no, this is not a rocket. I said, Mom, please leave me. Let me put it on your head. He said, Mommy, no, that rockets are not meant to be put on the head. That rockets are meant for the moon and space. A 4-year-old boy telling me that. And imagine if I'm not using my head, I'm not using everything. What will happen? That's every parents we need for a 4-year-old to be telling a mom that, Mommy, rockets are meant for space and the moon, not for the head. Because if you that was a rocket and not a cone. So for us, what you said, your last word is a take home for me. Tosi, no more sitting down. Fine, you're doing your little bit, but it's not enough. Beat yourself. Wake up from your
Wake up.
so much to be done, so much grounds to be conquered. No sitting down. Get territories. We have to conquer more territories and move on. Thank you so much, Buki. It's a pleasure having you around. I really gained so much this evening, and I'm sure our viewers too have gained so much. Somebody wrote and said, "There is dignity in labor. Women, use your hands
Mm-hmm.
and brain, not your
Mm-hmm.
body, not your
Exactly.
body." Somebody said the current generation seems sharper,
Hmm.
which is the truth. Yes, they are very. We think we are sharp. We think we are sharper, but then they are sharper. It's true, they are sharper. I'm
Yeah.
still wondering for a 4-year-old to be saying, "Mommy, robots are meant for space, space and moon, not for the head." I was like, Where did you get that from?" In fact, thank you so much, Buki. Thank you so much. We really do not want to drag it too much. You really done so well. All the questions have been answered, and I'm really pleased. I feel so honored. My God bless and honor you too in return greatly. God bless you in every facet of your life,
Thank you.
in all your endeavors. God Himself will be your help.
Amen.
And for your children, they will
Amen.
continue to go places, and no evil will come near them. You will
Amen.
never run over any of your children, any of them, in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. We
Amen.
appreciate you, and we
Thanks
appreciate
for
everybody
having me.
that came online. Thank you. God bless you. And this is where we'll be
Yeah.
calling it a day till we meet again next week. I remain my humble self and your loyal friend, Oluwatosin Oladimeji Ladekon. So then, bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.